calls for Liz Truss not to take yearly $115,000 as ex-Prime Minister.
Here's a summary of the article.
Sir Keir Starmer has called on Liz Truss not to claim an allowance of up to £115,000 a year that she would be entitled to after resigning as PM. Liz Truss announced her resignation from the lectern outside Number 10 on Thursday after just 44 days in the job. Former Prime Ministers are able to draw on the PDCA for any costs that arise as a result of public duties. Their remarks follow similar calls from unions and campaigners for the Prime Minister to turn it down. The PDCA was announced by former Prime Minister John Major in March 1991 in the wake of Margaret Thatcher's resignation. All former Prime Ministers are eligible to draw on the PDCA. Mr. Major, Tony Blair, Gordon Brown, David Cameron and Theresa May have all claimed the allowance after leaving Number 10. Former PMs have not always claimed the full amount, and it is not paid automatically, so they have to provide receipts. Both Mr. Major and Mr. Blair claimed the full amount for 2020-21, Mr. Brown claimed £114,712, Mr. Cameron claimed £113,423 and Mrs. May claimed £57,382.
This post received a score of 46,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Hey, the party of fiscal responsibility will certainly put their money where their mouths are. BAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHAHA, just kidding, fucking leeches.
Fiscal responsibility for the plebs, not for themselves.
I mean, it's very fiscally responsible of her to not turn down the money.
I mean, I'm not British, so I'm probably wrong, but politicking seems so much more intense over there. Wouldn't it make a better impression for Truss' political future for her to forego that pay entirely? Or to take a prorated amount fitting for her actual time served? Something tells me other MPs are never gonna let her forget these past few weeks, so anything to save face seems the way to go. Or is that all just silly?
Her political career is more or less dead. In her position, I'd take the money and never show my face in public ever again.
Exactly. She'll go be a visiting scholar at a university for a few months to give her a patina of credibility and spend the rest of her days enjoying this salary and peddling influence.
That's not how this works though. It's not salary, she has to meet certain conditions to apply for this money. If she needs police protection when she's out in public, when she does charity work or whatever, she can claim up to the amount mentioned. It's not for personal use and it's not like they're going to give her this money every year as a salary.
If that's true, then this entire thread should be scrapped. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. That's not true. There's an annual salary and then on top of that she gets to claim expenses.
She's served under more monarchs than any other PM in the last 70 years.
Has any PM served under 3 monarchs?
Just one, Stanley Baldwin, who was also PM for 3 separate terms. George V died 7 months into Baldwin's 3rd term. Edward VIII, his son, abdicated the throne after less than a year, with his brother George VI, Queen Elizabeth II's father, becoming monarch in his stead. Ironically, one of the reasons Edward abdicated the throne was because he wanted to marry a divorcee, which was considered unpalatable at the time. And now we have a monarch who has not only married a divorcee, but is one himself. How times change.
It still was all in one term. Quite the record.
Oh, absolutely. 1936 was the year of 3 kings, it was an unprecedented event.
Greater than it was an unprecedented event. Couldn't be further away from the truth.
If you're going to be pedantic, you should probably not also be hyperbolic. Their claim could have been significantly further from the truth.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.